Hello and welcome, everybody. It's always good to come your way to share a few thoughts with you on matters that pertains to students' life and academic journey. I'm quite passionate about it, and that is what drives me to engage with you, such as we have been doing. Reach out to your friends who are not here yet, and get them on board, and let's have a conversation. I'm pretty sure you're going to benefit immensely from today's engagement. I know that the notice has come quite late, but those who can get to watch it later, fine. I want to engage with you, so do me a favor, subscribe to the channel so that you can comment, ask questions, be part of the live chat, because without you, this session is useless. So that you can put out any question you may have, and I will do my possible best to answer them as best as I can. Don't forget, I always share my experiences with you, and I'll be as practical as possible and as frank as I possibly can. So go on, invite someone to join us. It doesn't necessarily have to be students of computer science department. It could be some people from maths departments. Any student in University of Ghana will benefit from today's session, even continuing students. Friends from Kenya UST, UDS. I think the last time we had someone joining us from, what do we call the school? Academic City. Yes, I look forward to see a whole lot more people joining us. So please reach out to them. Let me know whether you can hear me. Let me know whether the feed is okay. Am I audible? Am I clear enough? Can you hear me? Do I need to scream, shout, or something? Is my voice syncing with the video? Let me know in the chat section, please. Okay, feel like you can hear me. Thanks for the confirmation. We don't have quite a number here today. Sound is okay. Okay, we have Kemi. It would be nice of you to invite at least 10 friends, roommates. Nobody has got anything to lose. Yours is to just tune in and listen in and take some bits and few advice. You have nothing to lose. YouTube is a free platform. I'm sure you all know. So let's give ourselves up to say 20 concurrent viewers. Currently, I have only 11 of you. Then we can hit the ground running. Or let's say by 5:30 we should commence our discussion. I'll begin from where we left off, some of the questions that were left unanswered from the last time, and then we'll continue from there onwards. Everything is in sync. Thank you. Loud and clear. Okay, so I don't have to scream. Okay. Okay, 15 people. We have 6 more minutes and then we'll get started. We have just 6 more minutes and then we'll just get started. Six more minutes. We won't keep long at all. You know, everybody is busy. As a matter of fact, this is my nap time. Typically between 5 p.m. through to say 7 to 8 p.m. And then I get back to my working desk to continue. But I thought it would be necessary to have this conversation with you. I'm not too sure we'll have too many of you here today, but I'm sure when the message, nice haircut. Yeah, someone noticed. Which do you prefer? This look or the look from the previous video? This look or the look from the previous video? Which one do you prefer? Let me know which one you prefer, so that I keep up such appearance. I'm not too sure which one I prefer. The previous one, okay. The look from the previous video, okay. We like this look, okay. Maybe I'll put a poll out there and we'll see which group will win. This haircut or the previous bushy one. Is it that yes or no, right? So I'm putting this, I'm posting this poll right now. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I really look younger. Can you guess my age? Can anybody guess my age? Take a very good guess. Oh, okay. 100% says yes. We like this one. Okay. Oh, it's dropping. Anyway, I'm not here alone as usual. My able assistant, Lieutenant, is right here with me. Kobri, say hello to them. Just give them a wave. Let me show him. Let me stand the camera towards him. Give them a wave. Give them a wave. Give them a wave. Yes. That's Kobri. Right. Today I don't have a camera exclusively for him, so he's here right next to me. Oh, the numbers are dropping. 29 or 30 years. I see. Boy, I'm really young. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, I see. Well, somebody is very close though. Some of the responses, they are very close. Wow, the numbers, those who want me to keep. You want this haircut. Oh, you are losing the votes. It's going in favor of those who want me to go back to the old one. Okay. Let's see, 20 people have voted. Whoa, this is a balance, 50-50. Wow. Hey, 51 years old. Goodness me. Say you are 42 years old. I'm an 80s born. When did I turn 40? 36. Wow. Very good guess. Very, very good guess. 42? My goodness. Wow. I see. I should be near my pension, or Kobri. Yeah, I mean, 2 more minutes, and we'll dive into the conversation. 2 more minutes. Keep your votes coming in. Questions to be answered. Yeah, just a handful, but I'll do my best to answer them from 38. Somebody saying hi, assistant. Yeah, maybe you should join me sometime on the live session. It's possible. It's possible. I look absolutely great. Hey, the guys are crashing on me. Please, I beg you. The guys rather, can you imagine this? People are calling you names. Hi, Kbiri. Interesting. I see. You can join the chats if you have subscribed. Don't just have fun. Tell others about this session and let's have a conversation. We hit the ground running in about 60 seconds. This conversation is never complete without you. Whether you are in your bed, whether you are taking a break from your study, some of you may be in the hardware lab not too far away from here. Give me some shout out if you are in the hardware lab in the computer science department. Let me know where you have joined us from. That is important to me. Are you in the hostel? Are you lying in bed? Are you behind your books if you're a UG student? I think UCC students are preparing for exams. So I'm guessing you are equally all preparing to study. That is if there's anybody who has joined us from somewhere. Okay. Wow. I'll tell you my age at the end of the session. It's nothing that I hide away from, actually. we all came to meet time, and it's happening right around us. Today, I'm not reaching you from our hardware lab, our networking lab. Today, I'm coming your way from the software lab at the Department of Computer Science. Okay. Oh, Richmond, you are in Commonwealth. You are in your bed right now, I presume, or you are in the study room. Please, I really like this new look. The old one is Noella. You can't complete the sentence. Your mouth can't just utter it, or YouTube will not accept the word. I've heard you. Point noted. Okay, the numbers have swelled. It's 5:30 on my clock, and maybe I should put the timer on there somewhere so that we know we are working with time here. What do you think? Some of these displays make life a lot more easier so that we know we are sticking to a particular time. Countdown to 1 hour. Should we do this for 1 hour, or let's see. I won't do countdown. I will just do settings. I won't do countdown. Okay, countdown to 60 minutes, right? We do this event for 60 minutes. So let me just put it to 1 hour here. Okay, and then let me start the clock. Where do I put it? Let me put it somewhere here. All right, so I'll remind myself when the time is drawing closer. As you can see, let me bolden it so everybody can see it. Extra bold. Should I increase the font size? Yes, this is what, 36. Let me take it to like say 48. Oh, let me see if I can make it. Oh, okay. Let me make it. All right, so 59 seconds. It's counting down. I'm sure you can see it now. Great. Oh, okay. People want me to keep this haircut. I'm sure his wife told him to shave. Some people are prophets. In fact, more than that. Should be live from Hilal Liman. Okay, Hilal Liman. Anybody from outside the University of Ghana? Nobody. Okay, Folivi, you are here. I see you. Carlin Osei. I hope I'm pronouncing the names well. Akusia Excel. Wow, some YouTube that you have gotten for yourself over there. That's great. That's not bad. This haircut is so nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, enough about my haircuts. Shall we leave it there? Let's leave it there. Let me get ready to take in some of your comments. Let me get my settings right. Let me see. Once that is also done, I know we are good to go. Social. Which one will match up with what we want to do? This one should be fine. Yes. Let me see. Yeah, it's big enough. Everybody will be able to see. So let me come here. Social 10. Oh, yeah. Bricks. On. Let me just retrieve the YouTube stream. Okay. Let me turn it on. It's on. All right. Okay, so we are good to go. I am ever ready to also show some of your messages as and when they come through, the issues that we'll be addressing. So we are all set and ready. Please tell your friends who are watching us who haven't subscribed yet to do so. Today I'm not ending this session if we don't cross the 1K mark. that's all the benefit I think I can get from you. Just help me get to 1K on this channel. I'm not asking for more. It begins from somewhere. Journey of 1,000 miles begins from a step. I must appreciate you so much though for the numbers that have just in under 2 weeks gotten us to reach 711 or something. Amazing. I did not imagine this would happen. It wasn't even the motivation. But once we got to 7, I was like, oh, okay, then this is possible. So let's finish what we've started. Right? Let's finish what we started. Oh, Emmanuel, see, in fact, I think I should showcase your comments. You know, people don't know about this. People should hear more about this. You know, it's the truth. It's totally true. You know, you see, and people should see. You know, but the name of my spelling, the Atta is an H. Anyway, let me tell you one secret about myself before we hit the ground running. I'm a twin. I'm a twin. Maybe one of these days I'll show a picture of my twin sister. I have a twin sister. Yes, I have a twin sister. There's a Tiwia behind me, and then we have a Nyankumago as well. 719. We are so far away from 1,000. Come on, let's push harder. Let's push harder. Tell your friends, invite them. I'll do my best to answer every question that you have for my expert knowledge and some guidance that I may provide for you. Okay, so let's begin with some of the questions I received last week, which I could not answer. Maybe I should display those questions also whilst I address them. It will be in order instead of just talking about it, so that anybody who will join us later will at least know what exactly we are talking about. I think that will be fair, right? Okay, so let me find a decent title. Everything I do is in real time, live. It's not really planned. I just pick a feature I think we can possibly take advantage of, and then I just show it. So bear with me on that. Let me see. Oh, none of these ones looks nice. Yes, I hope it will fit. Okay, so the first thing I got, which I did not answer the last time, intro. Okay, so this question was from, what is her name? I'll indicate the person's name. Remind me if I don't bring your question up. All right, so we'll begin with this question. Introduction about IT. Sir inserted a link to your YouTube in my website, so you could hit 1K. Yeah. Sir inserted a link to your YouTube in my website, so you could hit 1K. Yes, this video is going to remain there. I won't take it away. It's going to remain there, just like every other video that we are going to do. Every session that we're going to have, this video is going to be there, so don't worry. I just joined. What did I miss? You can play back and catch on, but I'm sure you don't want to wait. The fun will leave you behind. Okay, introduction to IT. All right, guys. I'm addressing the questions that I couldn't answer from the last session, and then we'll delve into my main import for today. Ready your questions. I will highlight them and then do due diligence to them as well. Okay, so fantastic. I'm not going to get ahead of myself from all the comments I'm receiving. This look seems to be making hits around. Interesting. I'm going to ask my wife to join this stream. But you wouldn't know she's part of you, so don't worry, because she won't comment. She was there the last time. Could we do have my wife's number? Don't. Okay, don't worry. For some reason, UG is not allowing me to conveniently use the WhatsApp app without going through a VPN. Oh, did I expose myself? Please, if there's somebody, a staff of UG watching this, forgive me, the VPN is not for any unscrupulous activity. It's for legit stuff only. Okay. All right. So somebody was asking about introduction to IT. The Department of Computer Science in University of Ghana runs two programs. We have the BSc Computer Science, two main undergraduate programs presently, BSc Computer Science and then BSc IT. These are our two major programs. IT is structured in a way and manner to groom and prepare students for the industry that keenly demands technology professionals. These people fit into positions and roles like what do we call it? Social media managers, IT technicians, IT technical support experts, and the like. However, with the trend of events, over the years, most of our certification programs, what you may not know if you are a freshman in the Department of Computer Science or in this department is that maybe some continuing students may know, we have solid partnerships with Oracle, Microsoft presently. The MOU has yet to be completed, but yes, it's the pipeline. Google is almost on board. With other benefits, we have partnership with IBM, Oracle, as I made mention of, and then Cisco, and now even Huawei. Now, all these partners was essential such that we could, by extension, get our students exposed to the tools that these companies provide to corporate organizations and bodies who leverage on these tools to run their day-to-day business and to make their money. And so we found a way to marry these industry bodies examinations with our regular stream in a way and manner. In the past, of course, we used to do that not too long ago, in a way and manner such that you complete with your degree as well as these certifications. Now, you don't only earn the certification, but you get the privilege to get hands-on experience on how to leverage on these tools to get certain things done. So, for example, those of you in the networking class, if you have visited the networking lab, you see all these equipment there. This was a partnership that resulted in the securing of these equipment, the switches and variety of them, so that you get access to the content as far as the course is concerned, and then get the hands-on experience so that in an event you want to take the CCNE exam, you have already got an exposure, and it pretty much doesn't become anything new. In Oracle, you get privileges to use the Oracle Apex, database fundamentals, PLSQL, etc., everything that Oracle has to offer. And there are other privileges. As a matter of fact, we are able to secure a heavy discount for every student who wish to take the Oracle certification beyond an experience on the Oracle Academy platform, such that if most of these banks we come across are running on the back of Oracle databases to run the day-to-day transactions, etc. So if you're already exposed and you have the experience, then it's a walk in the park for you. And so in the carving of the IT program, this was the whole brain behind it. And then the computer science students would delve much more deeper into the core concepts of coming up with, contributing basically to science, let me put it that way. But yet, of course, still in the area of networking, AI, etc., the diverse fields as far as computer science is concerned. And so a lot of demand and premium is placed on computer science. However, over the years, we've had students competing in the same job space, just as IT, same as the computer science. And so, in my opinion, there's just a thin line currently in between them, because I have had students who have focused on their IT, excelled exceptionally well, and have gone on to land scholarships to read their masters, and some have been pursuing their PhD right now. If they had probably settled in for computer science, I'm not sure they would have gotten to where they are now. And there's a bit of lax in terms of the requirements in admissions into IT as it would have been in computer science. But of course, computer science seems quite open because it has been sandwiched in between the mathematical science broad scope of program from the level hundreds, and after which your performance will determine which branch you find yourself, whether you get into major CS or any other branch in the School of Physical Mathematical Sciences. If computer science had gotten the privilege to recruit directly into the program, and I can assure you the requirement would have been higher, the required aggregate would have been higher than that of IT, frankly. You need to have taken programs like, you should have been a science student, you should have taken courses like elective maths, for example, even to qualify to get into computer science. I mean, the need for maths to excel in this field cannot be understated. And so that's a conversation for another day. But that is a bit about the IT and the CS differences. Maybe if time permits, as for the benefit of my level hundreds in computer science, I would expose you to some of the things you should look out for in terms of the opportunities that are awaiting you in the branches from level 200 going. That is mathematical sciences. In fact, some of the courses we have rolled out for you in level 100 are very essential. Office productivity tools is really, really, really important for every student in the university. It's rather unfortunate other departments have found reason not to make this inclusion, or I could assume they do not know. Even in mathematical science, it's an elective program, so anybody who probably wants to major in computer science may want to take it. It is a core course for only students admitted into BSc IT, and physical science students don't even get the opportunity to sit for office productivity tools. And so the essentials that we need to equip them to prepare you to complete your reports, manipulate with ease office tools to get through other subjects, etc. They don't get this experience. But of course, others, some of you have taken the advantage to get this done. It's actually a bad miss, quite frankly, from where I sit. I applaud School of Allied Health Sciences for taking the initiative to make sure their students get this opportunity. It's rather unfortunate the students are not happy. A course such importance attracts just 1 credit hour. Bear with me with my methods, but the motivation is actually to get you to that point where you are independent of completing your own reports to meet, the required standard, and to be able to make adequate presentations without needing a third party's help or support. Rather unfortunate, most students don't come with their laptops. I mean, I don't subscribe. Yes, of course, a computer science department needs a real resource laboratory with computers and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, even the best of schools, the laboratory is not open 24/7 for you to have access to the computer. So I always encourage parents to do their possible best to equip their students with the tools that can help them practice more and more and become more and more proficient. So that is where I will leave that question. I hope I've answered our friend to the best of my ability. There are not many questions, so let me just move on to the next one. Can you offer actuarial science? Okay, let me put this message also across. Okay, so this is another question from one of your colleagues. What's his name? Ransford. So the first question, Augustina Lab Stevens asked this question the last time, and I couldn't answer it. This one is from one Ransford. He asked this question last time when we had the town hall meeting. Can you offer an actuarial science major and CS minor? That's also quite an interesting question. I mentioned that I will provide some information with regards to that maybe later on, if time permits. Or maybe I'll just find an exclusive session to have that conversation with particularly students from mathematical sciences who need to know the options that lies ahead of them so that they become well prepared going forward in making their choices and decisions. Yes. So to the best of my knowledge, the information I have so far, oh, why does this thing keep running away from me? Okay, so this one is for me to just view. Actuarial science and computer science, we Unfortunately, there is no combination such as major minor in actuarial science in the School of Physical and Mathematical Sciences. So I'm sorry that is not possible, Ransford. Maybe we'll discuss other options, but that's just a quick response to your question. Access to updated curriculum. Eagle Sleep and Relaxation asks this question. Access to updated curriculum. Yeah, it's available. I think I'm going to make it available to all the level 100s in School of Physical and Mathematical Sciences. Yes, all the programs you are reading is all up to date in that document. I don't think what we have on the internet is up to date on the university's website, but I will share that document with you. It's your right. As a matter of fact, you should be able to walk into your department office and then put in this request from the administration, and they should be able to provide that for you. So yes, you can have it. Is it possible to make it into CS major when you only nail level 100 second semester requirements? Richmond Aisa, that's another question you have right there. I'm struggling to make it big enough, but that is how best I can manage. Is it possible to make it into CS major? So as I explained, we don't admit straight into CS major. And our requirements, please note this, our requirements in the University of Ghana after you have been admitted into mathematical science, if you have any intentions of getting into CS, is that you need to make a minimum a B+ in our 4 DCIT programs in your level 100. So first semester we have the Introduction to Computer Science, Introduction to Computer Science, and then Office Productivity Tools. And then level 200 you have hardware. Second semester of first year you have Hardware Fundamentals, and then Introduction to Programming, Real Programming. So make a minimum B+ and you can get in there. But if you miss out in first semester and you make amends in second semester, it still doesn't make the cut. We expect you to sustain that performance across the 2 semesters. So it's very, very important if you are preparing for exams. And we'll talk about exams eventually. So that is my response to that. Please take this advice. What do you do if you have innovative idea you build on as level 100 student, assuming it's a software and you are about 70% done? This question is quite long, so I'm unable to put it out there for us to see. That is somebody's question. What is his name? I don't think I took notice of that. What do you do if you have an innovative idea? Let me tell you from experience, people have told me they have innovative ideas, but when they send you their GitHub links, you just smile and say, okay, that's okay. That's okay. You can do something. But I won't discourage you. I won't discount your innovative idea. I would just suggest that you build up your portfolio if you want to have a career in computer science. And of course, as a software engineer, software developer who is aiming to work with some of these giant companies, the FANG companies, just build up your portfolio with the innovation you have come up with. Who knows? Make it public. Somebody may pick your idea, your model, if it's a machine learning model you have come up with. And the more people use it, the more attention you get, and you add to your portfolio, and that may land you a technical interview. You never know. To build up on that idea, I wouldn't tell you to stop it. I've met several students who are still fulfilling their dreams in programming, and yet they always make sure it does not conflict between their academics and what they are trying to improve on in terms of their skill set. So yes, keep it up and don't stop. Ongoing scholarship info. In fact, if you are a University of Ghana student, one of the advice I will pass on to you for you to really, really commit to and pay attention to is scholarships and other related information. The good thing is that all of the information has been falling into your email. It has been falling into your emails. I have students who are already making efforts to apply for scholarships for their master's programs, and they are just in level 300. And these are just a handful of students. And the scholarships they are trying to apply into are not scholarships they've seen elsewhere. Every information they have gathered so far has dropped in the same email as every student. And I'm very positive that in KNUST and other universities, when such opportunities come, the office that holds that responsibility ensures that this information reaches every student through their official communication channels. But unfortunately, it's difficult to convince students to get accustomed to, checking their emails on the regular. I really don't know why, but it's rather unfortunate. But there are lots of them. In any case, there's the Students Financial Aid Office. You can access that building. You can just Google that location on campus, and the map will take you there. There's a similar place like that. I think it's around the commercial area on the KNUST campus. UDS is not the same UDS as I was back in the day, with my experience in Abrongo campus and WA campus. But if you are UDS now, that means you are only based in Tamale or Nyampala. But I'm pretty sure there is equal outfits. I still have my official email account over there still active. So information has been hitting in there. Okay, so I guess these were all the questions that were left unanswered from the last session. The questions that were left unanswered from the last session. People are still voting on the haircuts. It looks like the majority wants me to keep this very look. Okay. All right. So today I intend to talk about student life management. The conversation did not really end the last time because time wouldn't permit us, and I'm not sure we can exhaust it in one sitting or in just an hour. As you can see, we have just about 35 more minutes to go. Let's see how much we can still assimilate. Student life. Those of you who know me quite well, I'm quite blunt about some of these things. Let me begin from this angle. I have this Telegram platform. I know most of you are already there. The level 200s, current level 200s and 300s. It all started with the 300s in the computer science department. And then gradually the level 200s were added on. Level 100s, we still don't have course advisors officially. We are there. I'm one of them. But we didn't have the distribution. Nevertheless, no one has come to my office and I've sacked the person. I mean, I won't sack you. Except one guy who nearly provoked me this afternoon. He came to make a false claim. I don't like false claims, especially when I have digital reference. In fact, the blueprints, it exposed the fundamentals, and he had to walk away quietly. But that was it. Some of you could not submit your report. Please help. We worked very hard to complete it. Let's not talk about those ones yet. Let's focus on why we are here. Yes, I would agree with you that you have done only 10 weeks of a semester. The period when faculty was on strike does not count. So you lost quite a significant number of weeks. I am pretty sure if the strike hadn't happened, we would have more or else had more than 10 teaching weeks. Unfortunately, it was 10. Presently, you are in revision week, and for some of you in this computer science department, University of Ghana, I can only speak to that one. I don't know about other places. We are even still taking IAs. I am not in the habit of extending my lectures beyond the teaching week. I will not conduct any assessment within revision week, unless maybe students want an extension of something that should have ended in teaching week to go beyond some period after revision week. Fine, but that will be at their request. But I would definitely not do that. I mean, maybe some of these decisions stem from experiences I had as a student, which I don't think I felt were right. But then again, you can't complain to your lecturer. You can speak to an extent of your ability. Yes. So, in fact, let me just digress a bit. Having mentioned that, I think for all University of Ghana students watching me right now, the portal has been open for you to access your lectures. As a course advisor, I know I've received comments from some of you about the way and manner some of my colleagues have been, delivering the course contents here and there. They are my colleagues. I'm not going to um, expose anybody, but I don't even wield that power. But guess what? You wield a strong power. Go straight to the student portal, the STS portal, and then use the SLE, CLE to rate us. I think I still have my office productivity 2 class. There should be like 585 of you, but barely 400 of you have even assessed me or rated me. I want you to be as frank as possible. I love the comments some people gave. Okay, I got that more from the allied health students, but that is quite understandable. The man is too strict. Maybe we should get more time, But some of these comments, unfortunately, I'm not in the position to address them. But the ones that I can, I'll do well to improve on that. I understand your background is not as the computer science student. Maybe I was just too passionate to impart knowledge, but I hope it will pay off eventually and we'll get to see the results pretty soon. So bear with me on that. So go to the platform and then rate your lecturers, their performance. Take the time. I know it feels quite too longish. You don't even know what they do with it, but I can assure you it's very, very important. Go to that sts.uj.edu.gh, provide your school student ID and PIN. Scroll down there to see the CLE, and please go and evaluate your lecturers. If you have not done that, do that already. If you can't find any course there, do well to let us know. Yes. Some people have started bringing their questions in. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to see them. I'm going to do my best to address that. So back to what I was talking about, student life management. So the constraint here is that the semester has been too short. Some of your timetables, some of you are completing exams under how many days? 5 days, 4 days. In some instances, you are completing one paper around 6 p.m. Sometimes it could even be 7 p.m. I don't even know when my students' exams will end because it's online, on site, and 585 students. There's no single laboratory here that can accommodate all of you. So if they break you into bits and pieces and spread you across the labs that are on campus, some of you may be finishing the paper somewhere 7, 8, and the following day, as early as 7 a.m., you have another paper to sit for. I can attest to the difficulty in algorithms content. The algorithms in the AI program lectures. Your data structures was a semester ago, I guess, so that's no problem now. But I mean, by and large, you don't rate any of these courses easier than the other, and preferably you would have loved to have a day or two to space out your exams. But unfortunately, this is not the situation. The situation is not peculiar to just only you. Yes, you, the one watching me, if you're University of Ghana students. The story cut across the entire university. I think, in my opinion, we are completing exams under 2 weeks. Okay, so you need to adjust yourself to survive the situation that is at hand. It does not make you any better than someone who is brighter or smarter. I was reminding some students about the fact that currently some of them have had the privilege to complete a semester's course in 10 weeks. Last semester, people completed same course content, where I can speak to my courses, same course content in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And I repeat, 6 weeks. What you have used 10 weeks to do now, somebody used 6 weeks without any compromise. I'm speaking to my course once again. And they got it done. So which of the two is better off? Is it those who did the 6 weeks or those who are doing the 10 weeks? So situations and circumstances, will vary from person to person. I am Sir Mark and you are you. We can never be the same. My twin sister can never be me in any way. We are all created in a very unique way. I always say that we came to meet time. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody can control time. Time was already in existence right from creation. Time was running before you were conceived. Time was running when you were born. Time has been running ever since. And I was telling somebody a little while ago before this session that every opportunity that presents itself to you has already been predestined. The world is full of goodies. However, if you do not prepare yourself for such opportunities and they pass you by, you may not come across these opportunities again. When they come, when they come, they may not feel the same way if you had taken or seized that opportunity at the time they presented themselves. I always say, and I repeat again, today's experience is supposed to prepare you for tomorrow's challenges. Today's experience is supposed to prepare you for tomorrow's challenges. You're supposed to learn something from today. You're supposed to view today as an opportunity. I know students who survived the 6 weeks and still made straight A's. And yet they were sitting in the same lecture room. Others folded their arms, complained and complained and complained over and over again, and made as many woeful grades as possible and pointed fingers to the semester. Nothing will change their mind. But what you don't realize is that the life you are leading is in your own hands. I usually make references to the giants that we cannot relate to, Mark Zuckerberg and then Bill Gates and the like. Some people are born with silver spoons in their mouth. Others aren't. It does not make this world unfair. It does not make the creator of this world unfair. Whichever form you are born, whichever condition you are born, you have equal opportunities. They just come in different forms. Bill Gates used his educational fund, having come across intelligently what was possible. He invested this money into what has made Microsoft what it is today. He didn't need to complete his degree. Zuckerberg did something quite similar. And so if you are born with a silver spoon in your mouth and all you are used to is to sit back, relax, and then enjoy your parents' money, I don't know what your problem really is. That money will run out eventually. But you'll be smart enough to make that money work for you so that you'll never run out, but rather double it in multiple folds. So don't sit back and waste the time. I received a message a couple of weeks ago. Some people in my office today, and I read it verbatim to them. A parent admitting to his mistakes in the way he brought up his ward. Yes, and it's just about a week or two ago. And he took full blame. He said, I've handed to my daughter everything she had ever wanted. And so I accept every fault that my daughter has made. Why should we be having this situation right now? They've spoon-fed her, they provided everything. She's never had to think for herself. And yet this is a university student. Okay, so what I'm trying to drive home here is this. Know your situation. I have witnessed, let me tell you something. I'm not going to mention names, but if he's watching this, I am sure he will bear with me. I'm only mentioning this story not out of context, but to make some people appreciate what is going on. I'm a course advisor, and so I hear a lot from students, and their privacy I respect very much, and that's why I won't mention anybody's name or even make reference. I will just tell the story so that you learn from this. Somebody walked into this university and has been suffering depression. Until today, I never knew that Alzheimer's dementia disease was a sickness that could affect somebody in their 20s. But that is his diagnosis. The University of Ghana Counseling Unit were giving him pills and were treating him in a manner that you would best be able to, somebody needs counseling, he's depressed. He has been depressed not to kill himself, but rather quit education. He forgets as soon as he finished learning. He can sleep all the hours he wants, but when he picks the book, he just does not find sleeping off. He suffers unnecessary pains, forgetfulness, palpatism, palpitation, sorry, and a whole lot. I cannot mention. Tell you what, when you meet him face to face, like I'm talking to you right now, you will not believe that that is what this guy is going through. His consistent visit to the university hospital to the same doctor triggered the need for him to undertake a particular scan. So the doctor referred him to go and conduct this MRI scan. It happened that he has an issue somewhere within his spine, and this is beyond him, so he's been referred to Kolebu for treatment. This person I'm talking about has survived 3 semesters. He tells his story to nobody. I asked him how many trails he probably is having at the moment. He said he had 3. I was like, wow, 3. He said, yes, sir. He did not come to complain to me to have mercy on him because I will no power. He did not come to me for me to take any steps. He has felt the need to open up to somebody. I'm holding the doctor's report. I'm holding his scans. They are not way back. When we go on vacation, he has to go and see a doctor's appointment in Kolebu. He's trying very hard. You imagine yourself, how would you feel? You learn this very instant, and the moment you just finish learning, it's already gone. It's as if you've not even read anything. He has not given up hope. I was happy to hear that he didn't fill my paper when he was in first year. I didn't know whether I should cry or weep with him. I told him, all I could tell him, I'm not an expert in this field. He's still pushing. I can't tell him to quit the school. He doesn't see any future besides the school. He looks all normal, but he's struggling inside. You don't have this situation. You are privileged to have a computer. You have all the hours to yourself. You are complaining that you don't have time. Somebody wish he even had that little time to retain even a page of content. But unfortunately, that is not his story. I don't know whether you get the point I'm trying to drum home here. You are probably wasting unnecessary time. You are pointing the fingers at the wrong direction. You don't realize that you have just about a couple of weeks to get over this hurdle called exams. And so instead of wasting the time doing unnecessary things, why don't we harness it? What can we cut out of? What can I put in place? How can I adjust accordingly? So I'm gradually veering into the examinations as well. Then I can take your questions in the next 15 minutes of the conversation. Okay? Only those close to me understand what I do most of the time. I have not arrived yet. I'm still a work in progress. Second year in my PhD program. Yet I spend extra time to make sure I don't compromise on my output and my responsibility to my students. And here I am spending a whole hour with all of you right here. I told you by now I should be taking a nap between 5 p.m. to say 7 to 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Then I sit behind my desk right in the office all the way through till morning. Then I go and take a nap between 6 to 9:30, get back to my desk and attend to all the many of you who walk into my office as if nothing has happened. In the evening, I get back to my desk to continue my research work because I'm a student myself. I have a family, I have a wife, I have kids, I have responsibilities to them. But we have to make adjustments where we need to and do what we need to do when we can. So that when that hurdle is over, we can focus on other things that equally matters. I'm not saying don't have fun, but it has to be measured. Some of you have begun your UGRCs in University of Ghana. I don't know about the VC's courses in KUST and other universities. But most of your major courses may commence from Saturday, Sunday, and so on and so forth. If you are sleeping more than 8 hours a night, is there anything you can do about it? If you are drinking Burkina, in the night after you have slept, when you know that Burkina could put you to sleep, is there any way you can cut that a bit? How can you maximize the 24 hours that is available to you? I have students who are excellent programmers, and we are working on several projects, but they don't forget the fact that they are students as well. Somebody walked to me in the office yesterday, and he has just 3 more subjects within yesterday till Friday to be ready for the exams, because he's realized that they are back to back, as we put it. So if he's going to wait till that period, he can't be ready as he would. His goal is to maintain his first class status, and there's no way he's going to compromise on that. So whilst his colleagues are waning and all on other platforms and complaining, he is reserving his energy, trying to bend the candle and still make his grades, so that he doesn't point fingers at anybody. He does not delay his future plans, but push forward regardless the circumstance. So you know your situation better than I do. You are taking my course 1 hour, and yet I was demanding a lot from you. You maybe sit for 2 hours for my exam. What do you need to do? How do you approach this? You are taking lab works, chemistry, physics, etc. Especially those of you in allied health sciences. I don't envy you at all. It's not like I don't know what you go through. You can sit in labs from morning till evening. Every TA is trying to prove that he's a good lab assistant, and if you don't show up, this and that will happen to you. So you also have to oblige, So know your situation and keep pushing. Don't put off an opportunity you have today for tomorrow. The opportunity you have today is better than what somebody has been yearning for, no matter how worse the situation is. I just told you somebody's story. I could talk about a lot more stories, realistic ones. I meet these students day in and day out. We interact. Some of you see me as a scarecrow. I don't know, whatever way you want to use. But our doors are always open to share some of these things, ideas and experiences. And we'll provide as much advice as we possibly can when we can. So there's a lot more I could talk about when it comes to student life management, but I'll reserve them for other days. Relationships, should I spend all my day in the church activities? Do I have to add any other value to my life aside from academics? These are questions we'll be answering in probably other parts of next subsequent town hall meetings. And so let's stick around and see what will come up. So this is where I end my presentation. At this point, I will just take some of your questions and then see as many of them as I can possibly respond to. Many of you are asking me to keep this hairstyle. Okay, great. I'll do my best. Let me see the questions that are coming in. So far, none yet. Say in terms of CS, if your level 100 performance is not that good, and we discover you have the potential, can you still be considered? What do you mean by? Let me let me display this question. What did he say? Say in terms of. Okay, so Dana Chris, right? So this is Chris's question. This is Chris's question. Yes. What do you mean by potential? Who discovered the potential? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know in which context you are talking about as far as this potential, this so-called potential is concerned. But to be frank with you, judging from the content of those courses, if you really do not make those minimum grades, I don't know which potential you have in this field, because that's the least of the troubles. Because the higher you go, the more difficult it becomes. Let me tell you what, if you want to be a software developer with Google, you're going to take a technical interview. Even to get that technical interview, they will expect you to prepare for discrete mathematics and data structures as far as interview is concerned. But your project and your CVs will even get you to that point to be considered for technical interview. And for that interview, they will tell you to prepare for discrete mathematics and then something like data structures. It's not your ability to program that they want. Somebody will write 100 lines to get the same results. Somebody will write just 10 lines to get the same desired results. How efficient your codes will be. In fact, let me tell you, they may not have answers to the programming question or challenge they will present to you. However, they are not dumb, because whatever you are probably putting out there, they probably have tried it already, but they think it could be better. So what new value can you add to us? And that is why you need to up your game. You should understand. Yes, I told some people this. My TAs interviewed for some scholarship in Italy a couple of weeks ago for their master's program. They are still trying out several others, and we are trying to give them as much push as we possibly can. And in one of the interviews, the interviewer wanted to find out. It was an oral interview comprising math, statistics, computer science. They didn't want to even touch on the computer science because they already knew the background of the applicants. They've passed, were very good second-class uppers and all. So the question was, if you pick a matrix, for example, how would they explain the determinant of a matrix in plain English? You know, they don't want you to speak mathematics. And they were found wanting. In fact, there was one candidate who opted to code it. They didn't mind. They gave him a coding challenge. He worked it out. Then he got the value for the determinant. The question the interviewer asked was, fine, excellent, you've gotten it. But how would you explain that value you have gotten as a determinant? And he found himself wanting. That notch, that level of in-depth understanding and rightful application of what you are learning would determine whether you get in or not. And this is the motivation behind some of us, what drives our motive in how we present our courses. You get the whole point. So you really need to up your game. If it is a potential, only you know what you are talking about. But as far as we are concerned, the performance, as was stated in your admission letter, clause number 2, still holds. And so I would rather encourage you to focus on wherever your strength will lie. If you don't get into CS fully and you have to be in statistics or minor with it, pull your weight and commit to it. People are working with Google, Facebook, and the rest, and they don't have CS or IT degrees. They self-taught themselves all of these things. So there are other ways of getting to that same destination. Just make sure you don't compromise on your program as you have been admitted into and give excuses to fail. No. Somebody walked to my office the other day with earth science, and his aggregate wouldn't get him into computer science nor not into mathematical science or IT. He had to settle for earth science. So his question was, is there any way I can branch or minor in computer science? The documents does not have that condition or that provision, unfortunately. But I convinced him. In fact, he was even losing it for reading the earth science because his interest is to IT. I told him, if you want to reapply, with this result, you will still not get in. The degree is a stepping stone. Bend your back and make sure you don't fail this earth science. Find a sense of reason to enjoy this course. Okay? And then during your vacations and your free times, let's have conversations on how you can build on your IT career. The blend of the two will spark something marvelous if Newmont recruits your services. There are a whole lot of mining companies across the globe who would jump at somebody who has deep comprehension of their fundamental work, rocks, etc., and can also do stuff with IT. There was a scholarship recently for a master's PhD program that was related in some way, somehow like that. So that was my advice to him. So if you have a potential, let it show, and then it will speak for itself. All right. Oh, sir, please extend the office report for us. Why? Oh, Grace Tech official Monegis. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm not sure we can do anything about that. How many courses do you teach? Oh, I have taught a number of courses. I've lost count, but of course I have special interest in the courses that I've taught over the years. I have taught Introduction to Information Security. I have taught Data Network Security 1. I have taught, which other course? Computer Security for the 400 Computer Science. Currently, I'm teaching Office Productivity Tools, Computer Studies for Allied Health students, Software Engineering, and then OAD, Object-Oriented Design and Analysis. Right, so those are the courses I've been teaching so far. I love what I teach. I didn't show that question, but I've responded to it anyways. So let's move on. How will you be able to balance academia and building yourself with no knowledge in IT or its related? But I think Abdul Basit, have I seen your question? This is a very good question. Abdul Basit. Okay, maybe I'll just go ahead and ask these questions and then because we are racing against time. I think I've answered this question in some way, somehow, using the S science approach as an example. The students I advised over the past couple of years, I shared some links with them for people who had no CS degrees but are working with funks. I mean, tech giants like Google and the rest, and that could be your story. So just like I advised there, and funny enough, most of these people have degrees. It just wasn't pure CS degrees or IT degrees. So there should be the way to balance your academia and building yourself with no knowledge in IT or its related field. Unless maybe I'm answering the question wrongly, how would you balance academia and building yourself? I mean, I'm passionate about academia, but I still don't compromise on my interests and proficiencies and things that I have interest in. I do a lot of sound engineering at the church. I've been directing music for years, over a decade now, and a whole lot of other interests that I have, which I have given them all a shot. Yes, but it's about priorities. You cannot forgo what brings you, your daily bread, and then compromise on that and do the other things that are just minor on the side. So you should know how to balance some of these. And that's why I always encourage students to seize the opportunity whilst they are students. Because when you get out of the walls of the university, life is a totally different ballgame. And you will define how it will be. And that will be determined by how you spend 4 years here in the best possible way. Okay, right. Which will be the next question? I'm still going through Cash. 5 boy. Hey, I beg you. When uploading PowerPoint file with the video, Sakai give me an error message. Oh, that's quite a technical problem. I suggest we go to UGCS to figure out this. But I don't know whether anybody gets the privilege to upload anything to Sakai. Sir, we need the bushy hair cut like that. You look too young. Oh, I look too young. I said I'll mention my age after here, right? Maybe. Where was I? Sir, please, do you see the names of the senders associated with each message on the STS? No. When you evaluate your lecturers, we don't see. We only see the result, the charts. You want me to show you how it looks like? You want me to show you how it looks like? I'm happy to share my view with my students, especially those of you who have rated me. Like one of some of our course 26470. And we're encouraging all of you to do that. Hey, I nearly mentioned my thing. My credentials. That would have exposed me big time. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me share this display with you. We have 4 minutes, eh? Should we extend it or we should cut it short? Which of my windows is this? Let me go to the 4th one. It's not this one. Okay, close. Okay, let me just show this desktop entirely. I don't have the luxury to. Desktop number 3. Uh-oh, it's not showing here. Let me see. Let me use GDI. Oh, I should use Windows Capture. Let me use this. Nope. Let me use GDI. So that you get the chance to see how this thing really looks like. Windows Capture. This. Uh-oh, this is also not showing it for me. Okay, then let me just add it to. Let me bring it to this desktop. I hope this one will come. I didn't really prepare well for this kind of show, so bear with me. Okay, so here we go. I think I can show it now. Right, let me just zoom in. So this semester I am handling this course, DCIT 103. So this is how it looks like when I generate my report. I hear all your stories. I see all of them. It takes a little while to load, but it should come in just a bit. I couldn't hide my video somewhere down there. Okay, so let's wait. Once it comes, I'll let you know. But that is pretty much how That one works. Okay, it has loaded. Oh, quite a number of you have already accessed me. So here we go. So on the scale, we have 585 students registered for office productivity tools, but unfortunately, only 469 have responded. So the statistics are there. What did you like best about the course? What improvement would you like to see? What did you like best about the lecturer's delivery and presentation? Somebody says he pushes us to the wall. He's funny and always point out blah blah blah. I didn't even know I was even funny. What improvement would you like to see in his teaching? More work trials when people are running away from it. More step-by-step practical aspects instead of reading. I don't know what this person is referring to because I hate reading, quite frankly. More tutorials. I hope you get the whole point. So overall total score, 84. Oh, really? I won't let my head burst. But then again, if a lecturer's total score falls below a particular threshold, following the number of respondents, the university take necessary actions to interrogate the matter and then try to get the lecturer to improve on his engagement with you. That's why you need to take this exercise very seriously. Okay, so I guess I've given you a glimpse of how it looks like. Let's see what is next. So who asked this question? The boy Bray. So I've responded to your question. So nobody's name is added to it. Nobody's name. Phantom codes. Don't say what you do not know. No names. Nobody's name is added to it. Say this story is deep. Yes, Augustine Love Stevens. The story I told you is deep. People are suffering, and they are your mates. They are your colleagues. How is the exam going to be? In my case, okay. How is the exam going to be? In my case, whether you are in school of so if you are in computer science, if you are in the school of physical mathematical sciences, you're going to have your exam online on site. What did I say? Online on site. So they'll group you into various venues. Please make sure you know your venue for the exam before the time is due. At least 24 hours before the time, know where your venue is, your center is. Once they indicate that on the website, on the timetable schedule, please make sure you do know that. And make sure you are within the ID range they will allocate to you. Please don't go with your phones. Please don't send your phone for somebody to steal it. So don't send your phone somebody to confiscate it. Please, I know your iPhones are precious to you. Yes. So don't give the devil a chance. Leave it behind and walk into the exam hall with your bare hands. I don't need you to go with a pen. You don't need a paper. Nothing. Just your student ID. Don't forget about this. In fact, the moment you finish your exam, you know your mark. Okay? You know your percentage of the 30%. So you're going to answer 90 questions out of in 1 hour. I don't know how you prepare for my exams, but it's more centered around being an active student. I will leverage on your experience on what you did, the examples, the things you did. The time is up. And then, leverage on your experience. So if somebody did your assignments for you and completed these quizzes, you're going to find yourself wanting because you can't answer the questions. Okay? So please note that. My School of Allied Health Sciences, BAS 113, guys, get ready. You're going to have it on site, on paper. On site, on paper. You're going to return my answer booklet, question booklets to me. I don't need an answer booklet, exclusive one. It's all MCQs. You're going to answer 120 questions in 2 hours. 120 questions in 2 hours, all MCQs. So brace yourself. Please don't go with the mentality to seek help. That will be very detrimental. If you know what I mean, you understand. That's going to be very detrimental. So how's my exam going to be? I've given you a head start. What will be the nature of, yes, I've answered that. When will the department take a look at cybersecurity and give it attention as the AI club? Oh, it's already in the pipeline, I can assure you. Fortunately for us, we have a faculty who is in that area of specialty, and we are doing everything possible to motivate him. I think earlier this year or last year, we even had some students, last year. When did they start national service? When did you start national service? Last year, October. When did we go for the cybersecurity competition? It was last year. Yes, we had students representing the department in the cybersecurity challenge, and they really pulled their weight. They are currently teaching assistants. So we are committed to setting up another club with that focus in cybersecurity and doing a whole lot of stuff. I'm committed to that, and I can assure you, excuse me, that is surely going to happen in due course. Yes, so I've answered the exam issues. Sir, please, for mobile app development, what framework will we be using? I wouldn't know. That would depend on the lecture you are engaging with. So I wouldn't have an adequate answer to that. The only time I thought mobile computing, I went native, pure raw Android, Java, coding, everything, But everybody and the way they wish to approach it. So I suggest you look at your curriculum once again, as far as the course content is concerned, since I didn't teach you. Say, as an IT specialist, the ability to learn anything very fast is very important. So from your experience, how can you improve your learning capabilities? Please don't stop. Drink, eat, breathe, everything IT. Be curious. Be curious. You can't be... How do I even put it? See, what happens? How is it that I can click on the start button and something pops up and I get to click on applications and they start getting executed? If you are not curious and anxious to know what is going on behind the scenes, then I'm not sure you are really ready for IT. And you can't program today and put your books down. So if somebody walked into my office today and asked how we can make the best out of his vacation, not forgetting the experience he has even gotten fundamentally, even in office productivity tools, I told him, you know what, you can't sit up and just come up with an idea and start writing a document that is meaningless. You can't get up and start designing PowerPoint slides that has no, basis. So in your little spaces, if you are not very active in church, get involved. The media team, if the announcements will be just read out, how can you pick the announcement and make them in bullet forms without that long sentences, so that as they are reading them out, it pops up and people get to relate with it in a very graphical manner? You are contributing. The more you do, the more you know. That is how I learned it. The more you do, the more you know. You take more challenges, you take more adventures, and you excel at it. If you close the docket, you have finished the course, you finish your exam, trust me, you'll be shocked at how redundant you would have been over a period of time. So practice and practice. Keep practicing if you really have the interest, okay? So don't waste the opportunity. Get involved in some spaces. If you belong to a group that needs to compile a document, oh, come on, guys, you do the write-up for me. I will type it and organize it and present to them. Show forth what you can do. I have a student who designed a full Excel application, sort of, for his SHS school. No, I think it was his JHS school, and that is what the school is using to manage the entire school. He just took the idea from the Excel we learned in this office productivity tools. He has even extended it more than I even can do. You get the whole point. So the more you do, the more you know. Right. So that would be my advice. How can you improve on your... Yes. So keep on doing more. Now, will you advise we focus on web development as it is more often used in this institution, or we should rather focus on blockchain and more into embedded systems since it is the future? You know, the bedrock of all these technologies is proper foundation. So it is no mistake that we are asking you to do introduction to computing, where we are being introduced to so many technologies. And then in second semester of your first year, we are exposing you to introduction to computing. Okay, so it's essential you get the foundation right. You cannot just even jump and become a cybersecurity expert when you do not know programming. How do you expose an application with an SQL injection vulnerability? How do you expose an application with cross-site request forgery, cross-site scripting, etc.? If your JavaScript is poor and you can't even code anything in JavaScript, how do you identify these vulnerabilities and take advantage of them? If a hacker is doing something, how would you even know? So the foundation is right. That is why the curriculum has been designed the way it has been done. So get the foundation right. If you get to level 400 and you think your skill set and your knowledge gap is very huge, you have a huge box, nobody will stop you from venturing into blockchain, because the underpinning bedrock of all of these technologies, new technologies, is the foundation of programming that has been solidified. And so you need to focus more on that. So if I achieve the CS requirement and make us Cs in the rest of the courses, we may consider you, don't worry. Right. What would you advise someone who still struggles? Okay, did I skip a question? If I get OCC, yes, sir. Sometimes when I am learning, I just feel like giving up or stopping because I have the feeling that I am cool with the course. But honestly speaking, I know it's the opposite. What should I do? I've been there before, my brother. That is why I do not discount the group studies. Not any group study. I have seen group studies, they go and waste time, talk unnecessarily. Group study, they talk about soccer the whole time and waste the time. If the group is mixed with females, usually can't get to talk about just soccer. Others go to just, create impression, show impression to other ladies and other stuff. You waste your time. I mean, it's not necessary. What benefit I got from group studies was the fact that I get to showcase what I know so far in a subject or a topic. And when I got that privilege to stand in front of my colleagues to demonstrate what I know so that they could learn from me after the lesson, I would get to certain points where I realized I didn't know something, even though I had read it or I had learned it. And so I was compelled to go and fill in those gaps. And trust me, when I got to that bottleneck and I filled those gaps, it was a walk in the park for me in the exam. So learn, but get a very good and active group study that is functional, not one that wastes time unnecessarily. Okay, I'm sure it will be fine. Just give it that a shot if it's not too late for that. Sir, please. Okay, so yeah, I've answered that question. Thank you for the motivation. Yes. What would you advise someone who still struggles with grasping programming fundamental concepts? Though about to complete university, the person can't seem to focus on a particular language. That is deep. I've come across the likes of you before, actually. Well, fortunately for the person, I encountered the person in the middle of the first semester of the final year. It's a lady, and I speak to you right now. She is pursuing her PhD in the UK. That should tell you a lot. We just had to re-strategize, as I've been saying. Student management, student life management. We had to re-strategize. And she was on board. She gave me 100% of her commitment and attention. If you meet me halfway personally like this, I also meet you halfway. I'm not going to sit you down and lecture you afresh. I don't have that time. But if I guide you and I ask you to go and do something, do it, finish in record time, come and then let's make progress. Don't just show impression, but produce results. She had no experience or proficiency in any particular programming language as at final year. But she had a strong conviction that I need to show forth something that proves that I really read IT. It's a lady. She's presently reading her PhD on scholarship in the UK. I'm not saying they say I know because she was my student. Okay. And then we had to settle for the easiest programming language and pick it up from there. And so I recommended Python for her, recommended a few courses for her on Udemy. She jumped onto them, and I was shocked. In 2 weeks, she told me she was done, and there was results to show that she really had understood what we were talking about. And we continued from there on, only Python. I'm not sure she would code in any other language today if you present it to her, but she's proficient. She understands what is going on. Somebody who was looking for A when B when on the keyboard is now typing and talking as if, it's a second to nature to her. So it is really possible. Don't get confused. Re-strategize and focus on one. Focus on one for now. Perfect. Improve on your control structures, your arrays, etc., etc. Be very conversant. Solidify yourself in these things. Extend it to the OOP, and then be doing more of the data structures applications in that particular language, and be good at it. And I can assure you, if you get that right, turning on to other languages will be second to nature to you, because you've gotten the fundamentals right. One programming language to another programming is like somebody speaking P and trying to learn Ga. Someone will tell somebody to go, the person is going. When you tell the person to come, is supposed to come, regardless of the language. It's just how it is being told. You get the whole point. So once you get it right in one, translating it onto the other is actually not anything too difficult. You should be able to do that. So that would be my advice to you. Thanks for the time spent with us. We've learned a lot. I'm surprised we still have over 60 people still here. Have we gotten to 1K yet? Can somebody tell me the subscribers? Do we have 1K yet? Let me know. Thank you, sir, very much. Sir, will you advise we focus on web development as more often? Okay, I've answered this question already. Sir, what's your laptop specs? Interesting. I think this is the most powerful laptop I've ever paid money for. My mom bought my first ever laptop as an undergraduate. I got it my second year practically. First and last laptop my parents funded. I've subsequently been purchasing my own PCs, and none of them has lasted me less than 4 years, 5 years. That's how long I need to use my machines. I have tasted Dell 7 years and HP for about 4 to 5 years. I transitioned to another Dell for another 4 5 years, and presently I'm using an MSI. Custom built, 32 gig RAM. I'm running 2.5 terabytes of storage, 2 SSD, 1.5 SSD, and then 1 SATA. Yeah, I don't have a Thunderbolt port, just a USB-C port. Yeah, that's, I think, the downside of my machine. But every other thing, of course, it's a PC, Windows PC, so my battery doesn't spare me. My graphics is NVIDIA 3060 RTX. So yeah, 339. We are nowhere close to 1,000. Anyway, the subscriptions are very low, but the important thing is the information that has been passed on. If you know somebody who will benefit from some of this advice we have shared, be kind enough to share the link with them and tell them to subscribe as well. Do me a great service if you think you can highlight areas of what we have discussed and put the timelines on them, maybe at 0.1 minute 2.52. This is what Sir Mark spoke about, extra, to make it easy for people who may want to watch this later on. Typically, when it is so long like that, it's not attractive and you are not motivated to watch it. Okay, I guess I've answered all your questions as much as I possibly can. I don't think there is any outstanding questions so far. I can't thank you enough. I'm ending the poll here. I guess most of you want me to keep my hair like that. I'll do my possible best to keep it like that. So 68% says I should keep this hair, and 31% of you say I should go back to the old one. And that's out of a total of 133 votes. That's from a total of 133 votes. So, guys, thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your time. Let's meet again soon. If you don't have any question for me, I think we'll end it here. Do you have any question? Customized PC? No, customized as in the specifications. It didn't come with 32 gig hard disk. I especially got that in. It came with just 512 hard disk, but I bumped it up to 1.5. An extra 2 terabytes, yes, and all stuff like that. So you can do those things. It just comes quite pricey. So I found some grant somewhere and then I channeled it into it. Yes. Since the last time I made mention of FIFA 22, I've never even had time to even turn on that game. Trust me. That's how busy we can be about some things. No question? I guess this is the right moment to end. So I think dress will look good on you. Please don't take me there. Spare me that. From Snajete, I will not even see. I will start what I can keep. I don't have time to be keeping certain. This is very simple. Just brush it in. I'm okay. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope your time has been well spent. Share, like, and subscribe. Please tell others to join. Some of these pieces of advice will be useful to somebody else. Please, when will you upload video on merging Word, Excel, and really? I'll record a video on that and share it with you. Or maybe I will do that a live session. Maybe, depends. And then pass it on to you. But every resource I gave you for your assessment is relevant for your exam. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. We are ending it here. It's sad to just watch us end like that, but we can't help it. You've taken all of my nap time, so I'm not going to restructure and see whether I will still observe it or not. So on that note, enjoy the rest of your evening, and thanks for having me here. There's no meeting like this without you. Bye bye, everyone.